My name is Alicia Dawn Young, and I'm excited to connect with you today and discuss some e-commerce fundamentals for your creative business. I have been working with different types of creative businesses for the past 10 plus years. I also have a creative business of my own, Yoga Motive, and I'm just excited to dive right in and help you bring your offline business online. So what are we going to learn today? Well, we're going to understand what e-commerce platforms exist for you and just talk about a few options. We're going to compare some of their key characteristics, and then we'll review some business collateral to create your online store just so you can get started. So you are in the right place if you already have an established offline creative business. So you're already selling things in person. Maybe you're selling things online a little bit through your friends, through Facebook, and maybe your clientele is still emerging. But if we were to create your store tomorrow, you wouldn't have to invent anything or create any items to sell. Maybe you'd have to kind of ramp up production, but you'd already have an idea of what you'd sell. You're in the right place if you're ready to grow your customers. So if everything goes as planned, when you transition from offline to online, you'll have access to a larger network of folks to increase your sales. And this is great. And it puts you in a wonderful place to increase your production as well. So if you're ready to increase that potentially and turn around those items a little faster, then this is the right place for you. And also, this webinar is for you if being online is exciting. So if you are excited by being able to see folks interact with you and connect with you and chat with you and ask about your products, or being able to see your inventory move or how your website traffic might flow, and that's just as interesting to you, this is a good move. And yeah, it's a wonderful place to get started to grow your business. So some of the platforms we're going to talk about today are these 5 right here: Shopify, Squarespace, Wix, Square, and Weebly. Now, there are many, many more, but we're going to stick with these 5 here today. So how do you choose the best fit for you? So here are some things we looked at. The key features of the platform. So things like selling capacity and inventory. I looked at design and some integrations that'll help you market your materials. What does help and support look like, and how much does it cost? And what are other kind of fees and prices associated with this? Let's start with Shopify. So Shopify was established in 2004, and it was one of the few platforms that we're going to discuss today that was made specifically for selling. It is often, among the ones that we're going to discuss, ranked number 1 because of the robust business that it is. It's made for small businesses and can help you grow to be a large business. It has multiple sales channels, including Instagram and Facebook and Amazon and eBay. And it offers very user-friendly interfaces for you to kind of create a space that reflects your personality. It's very simple. And this is for you if you are like, yes, I want to grow my business. My business is small right now, but I want to grow to something very, very large, and I want to have a pretty sizable online presence. This business has a lot of apps and integrations and features that we can talk a little bit more about later that will grow with you. And just a note about that, a lot of those additional apps and features cost a little bit of money. And as far as the template for Shopify, they're beautiful templates. So your website will look beautiful and clean. They're simple compared to some of the other ones that we'll discuss today. And it begins with about 10 free templates, and the other ones cost an additional fee. So that's just something to consider. So Squarespace. Squarespace started in 2004, and it was one of the few websites here that was specifically made for blogging. And it is often recognized for being one of the more beautiful platforms out there. It's great for startups and mid-sized businesses. It's not always ideal if you want to grow into a really, really sizable company, just because the features and the inventory and the sales features and things like that aren't as robust as other platforms. But it's a pretty easy template to use, but there are some mixed reviews out there. Some people find it a little bit tough. But one thing that's really great about Squarespace is that all of the templates are free. So you don't have to pay an additional charge to make a really beautiful website. And it can be kind of hard to make a website on Squarespace that doesn't look nice. They're really helpful in making sure that you have a nice, beautiful, clean and simple online presence. So next we have Weebly, established in 2007. Great for smaller and mid-sized businesses as well. And they are out of the ones that we have here today, they have really stellar marketing and email tools to connect with your audience and be able to do that with some real intention. They also offer a very, very beautiful design and really easy drop and drag functions. And because the templates can be so beautiful, they're great for selling like graphic media, like print or books and things like that. So yeah, really great option there. And next we have Square Online Store. So most people are familiar with Square because they are a merchant for point of sale equipment. And so a lot of people have been using Square for years before they even established an e-commerce store. And although they established this e-commerce store in 2013, they actually bought Weebly in 2018. And so shortly after that, they created this new rendition of their online store, which is what you see today. It's great for startups and smaller businesses. And it's a very simple design. And what you'll find with Square is that they really cater to more like restaurant type businesses, or anybody who needs to manage shipping or with pickups and delivery services. So if you're delivering masks, for example, or any handmade items like in that category, this might be really helpful for you because you can allow customers to decide whether it's going to be shipped or picked up or delivered to them. And last but not least, we have Wix, still one of the more mature companies, established in 2006, also really good for startups and smaller stores. Very, very, very beginner friendly with amazing customer support. I think this is one of the only ones that allows like a very special type of chat where it helps you with your editor. As far as your website editor, you can chat with someone while you're trying to move the template around just in case you get stuck. So that's a really cool feature if you feel like you might need that type of support. So let's talk a little bit more about the selling features of each of these platforms. Starting with Shopify. So we have here, so each of the selling features include promotional codes and gift cards. So that's just going to be a given for all of these. But one thing that makes Shopify really special is their really large amount of like apps and partners and just the community of people that they have relationships with, which will allow you to integrate tools to make your online store more robust. So that might include if you're selling through Printful, for example, if you're making custom shirts or hats or shoes through Printful, there's an integration app for that. There are integrated shipping apps, form builders, and all of the platforms have different types of integrations, but Shopify is the most robust, of course, in addition to selling through different social media channels. For Squarespace, it's a very simple user experience. Again, they also offer coupon codes and gift cards. So if you want to market yourself to select folks, they do not offer social media selling links similar to Shopify, or they don't offer social media selling channels. They only offer links. So if you want to link your Instagram or Facebook, that's great. But as far as being able to purchase through Facebook, as of this moment, that wasn't available. And they do offer integrations, but it's a really small amount of integrations. And the thing is, it doesn't make it a bad website in any way, but it's mostly like if you need a simpler experience, maybe thousands of apps might be overwhelming for you. This might work better for you. Weebly is very simple and clear and user-friendly. Again, also supporting gift cards and whatnot. There are no social media selling channels for them either, but they have a slightly more apps and integrations for an additional cost. And I also will add that Shopify, is not noted here, but Shopify also has additional apps for an additional fee. So that's something to consider as well. And Square, again, the Square online store, again, the thing that makes them special is their delivery options. So, and the integrations associated with that. So again, they also have promo codes and gift cards. They do offer sales through Facebook and Instagram, although they don't offer Amazon and eBay, but they do offer some popular sales channels. And they have a lot more apps and integrations. And Square, again, just thinking about what the company is, they've done merchant sales for so long. They have a lot of connections in general with folks in the market who still use them if they're not using their online store, just using their point of sale equipment. And Wix also offers, again, gift cards and whatnot. They do not offer social media selling links, but they do have a pretty robust number of apps and integrations to be able to complement your online store. But out of these 5, the selling features that seem to be the most robust are Shopify and Square. But Squarespace, Weebly, and Wix are also offers just some beautiful spaces to create your website. They're more of a holistic website, as I'll talk about a little bit later. Square, Weebly, and Wix, they offer more of a traditional looking website. Shopify and Square are more geared towards e-commerce, and you might not get the an entire portfolio feel if you have artwork, for example, to display in addition to selling your items. You might not experience that with Shopify and Square. So let's talk a little bit about receiving payments. So I guess a little disclaimer, there are so many apps out there in the world that if you would like to receive a payment outside of what your website is offering, there's typically a way, a download, an integration to get it done. But I'm highlighting here on this chart some popular payment methods and noting if these platforms offer it. Some of these platforms offer more than what you are seeing here. And so on the bottom of the chart are the logos for each of the platforms, and then in the columns you'll have the different payment options. And so for Shopify, for example, it's the only one that offers Amazon, offering in addition to that Apple and Stripe and PayPal. And you'll see that Shopify, Squarespace, and Square online store, they all offer 4 different payment types. And Wix and Weebly offer 3. And so, that's enough for most folks. There are different there's different nuances that occur in each of these payment options. So for example, I believe with Squarespace, if you were to do a subscription box, it could only be accepted through Stripe. And for Shopify, for example, with certain merchants, if you accept payment through certain merchants, there's an additional transaction fee. So there's just a few nuances depending on the sellers and who you choose, but it's good to know what your options are when it comes to receiving money. Now to talk a little bit more about inventory and shipping. So for Shopify, they have pretty, again, robust tool. They have a lot of advanced inventory options. They're the only one here out of the folks that I took a look at that offers 4 different locations for your inventory. So as if you had 4 different stores. So that could be pretty cool if you, I don't know, for example, maybe you're at 4 different pop-ups at the same time. They have lots of shipping partners that they work with and discounts with those partners, UPS, USPS. And they also, regarding inventory and being able to keep track of subscription, they also offer a subscription box service through an app at an additional fee. If, for example, you want to sell your candles once a month, that would be a lovely item. Next, we have Squarespace. So again, very straightforward features. They have a very basic inventory. So if you are not requiring a very deep level of analysis or management for your inventory, this would be for you. They have an integrated shipping app, which means it is through a partner. And it works well. Each of these websites offer ways to ship and print your own shipping labels. And also Squarespace offers a subscription box if you were to include that in your services, but it would be, again, only through a certain merchant, which is Stripe. And for Weebly, again, also very simple selling options. I guess what you'll find between Weebly and Square, since Square bought Weebly, that Square is typically more robust of a website for e-commerce, and Weebly is more of a whole website, and it enables you to offer more information about your entire personality as a business and as a person. Okay, so back to Weebly. It also offers an integrated shipping app and, again, a subscription service for recurring payments through an app. And one of the same thing with Square. They have, I would say, an above average inventory methods and options compared to Squarespace and Weebly, and also Wix. Their shipping, we talked about it being a little bit different compared to all the other ones if you wanted to look at shipping versus delivery versus pickup. And they also offer recurring payments through an app. But I would suspect that the subscription box through Squarespace or even Shopify will probably be a little bit more robust. And Wix, again, offering basic inventory tracking. It's also very average shipping capacity. I know that they're not as, if you're shipping a lot out of state, most of these automatically calculate different fees for you. Wix is a little more limited in that capacity, and they do not support recurring payments. So if you wanted to do a community CSA for your art or something else, that would not be a recurring payment for your customers, would not be an option. Now, sharing your story. So regarding SEO, which is search engine optimization, that's really important to be able to get people to your website. Each of these platforms offers that in some capacity, and blogging supports your other people's ability to find you and your search in your SEO. So Weebly, Wix, Shopify, and Squarespace all offer blogging capacity, and Square does not. And also, many, with additional work, Square could be integrated into another website, but alone it would not offer blogging. Regarding help and support and customer support, so let's say you're building your website and you're wondering how to integrate shipping in a certain capacity. How exactly do you do that? Or I'm trying to just insert a picture here. I'm not really sure. Typically, it's just best to ask somebody for help who's associated with the company. Most of these companies offer forums and videos and webinars to help. And but of course, some people stand a little above the rest. So the three, Shopify, Square, and Wix, all offer both phone support, chat support, and 24/7 support in one of those capacities. Squarespace offers only chat and 24/7 support, and Weebly offers only phone and chat. So what does that mean? So for Weebly, for example, there you can talk to someone on the phone. You can go through their integrated chat function through the website and ask people questions like a live person talking to you, but you can only do that within select hours of the day. For Squarespace, you can talk to them and chat online, and you can do that 24 hours, but you can't talk to anyone over the phone. So if receiving customer support is important to you, it's really, consider which one of these might be the best for you. Maybe Shopify, Square, and Wix might be better options for you. And regarding price, it's also another consideration when choosing your online platform. So here we have a little table, and on the left column, we have our list of e-commerce platforms, and at the very top, we have a row of whether it is free, a free plan, a free trial, and also the entry monthly plan. And so Weebly, Square, and Wix all offer free plans, and that is forever. So if you sign up with them, they'll never kick you off. You'll always have who knows? According to what they say now, you'll have this free plan indefinitely. And but it also comes with for example, the Weebly sign will be noted on your website, and it will be branded in that way. Shopify and Squarespace, however, only offer a free trial. So you can try them out for about 2 weeks and see if you like it. And as far as the entry monthly plan, Shopify, you can begin a monthly plan at $29 a month, Squarespace at $18 a month, Weebly at $6 a month, Square at $12 a month, and Wix at $23 a month. This is the lowest plan available in each of these, the lowest plan with an e-commerce feature. So there are lower plans that for some of them that do not offer e-commerce. And it also reflects a yearly payment. So you would pay the $29 a month, for example, for Shopify, but it would be one installment for the year. If you choose to actually pay month to month, typically with each of these, it will be a few dollars more. We looked at these 5 platforms, and it's hard to decide which one is perfect for you. Maybe you choose Shopify if you are really excited about growing your store in the future. Maybe you choose Squarespace if you want a full website with a clean design and a very robust blogging capacity. Maybe you choose Wix, especially if you have an eye for design. Wix offers such a customized website, and you can pretty much create anything that you like. But also, if you don't have an eye for design, it's really easy to make a website that doesn't look so great. So if you want to really get in there and create your dream website, Wix might be for you. And Square might be for you if you actually don't require a full website capacity. You don't require a blog, you don't need all the pages. You just want to be very simple and clear and sell things online. And also you might want to distinguish between those different shipping, delivery, and pickup options. And Weebly might be for you if you like a very simple, user-friendly drag and drop experience with your store. So let's just say you have chosen which platform works for you. Then now you have to get your ducks in a row and decide what information you're going to gather so that you can bring your offline store online. So one of the things you would do is you would choose a domain host, and that is the company that you will buy your domain from. So for example, Shopify.com is a domain, Squarespace.com is a domain, and you might have myjewelryisthebest.com. That might be your domain. And so each of these platforms offers domain hosting, so you can buy directly through them. And you could also buy domains through these folks listed here. So GoDaddy, Domain.com, HostGator, and Bluehost all offer domain options. They're all similar price. Some people have different deals depending on the time of year. So definitely do your research to see who has the best price for you. Other things that you might want to consider is different business collateral. So what information do you need on your website so that you can create this beautiful online store? That includes product information. That would include some beautiful photos, just being aware of your branding, and just general website copy. Text narrative to just explain who you are. And so regarding branding, that could be a year-long conversation, but in one slide that might include your voice. So who are you? What's your personality? Your logo. And here on this page, I'm displaying a company called Printed Pattern People. If you go to their Instagram, you'll see a very clear branding. And that is the logo that they have on their website. And they also are very clear about their color scheme. These kind of like deep contrast, warm colors throughout their website. And also choosing a font family that works for you. And there are lots of resources to be able to do that. But this is just to begin thinking about the branding that you might want to include on your website. So continuing with the Printed Pattern People, whom I love, you also want to have some product information. That would include having stunning photos. So really taking the time to highlight your products in ways that really allow the personality to jump off the page if you can. They've done a really good job with including their products with other props and materials to create a composition and a pattern on brand with their company. Also thinking about the title of each of your products. So get out your Word document or your Google document and give everything a title. This is called the Ruru Clutch. Give everything a price. This Ruru Clutch is $68. Give everything a description. And so let's begin here. These clutches are stylish enough to carry on their own. And so they have a lot of information here just in one small space so that the user is able to find out a little bit more about their products and decide if they want to make a decision to buy. They also have product details. So it says below that the shell is 100% cotton wax print textile, that the lining will vary as it's lined with upcycled 100% cotton. And so it also has the size dimensions below. So if you're carrying this type of product, having that information is helpful. Or if it's something that is maybe a shea butter, being clear about what essential oils are used and the volume and the capacity of those things so people can make an informed decision about your work. In addition to that, preparing a company description would also be helpful. And so they begin theirs with printed pattern people is an exploration of cultures by way of fashion. What a beautiful way to begin to describe yourself. So take some time, maybe ask someone to interview you and prompt you with how would you describe yourself, and take those notes down. But take a moment to accurately describe yourself as a company so that folks can get to know you. Decisions, decisions, decisions. All of this information. How do you choose a platform that is for you? Take some time to think about a platform that might fit your lifestyle. Do you want to be online a lot? Do you want an entire website, or do you want just simply an online store? Do you have the capacity to use all of those integrations and apps, and is that exciting to you to be able to research those? Do you enjoy the designing process? Do you enjoy being able to create a website that has different features and pop-out buttons? How much time do you want to invest in? Is that energizing to you? Or if any of this sounds stressful, then maybe going for a more simple platform might be better. So really taking the time to choose a platform that really works for you, your company, and your lifestyle. To wrap things up, we talked about different e-commerce platforms for your creative business, 5 platforms that potentially create a stunning website for you, that you can create a stunning website for yourself. We compared those characteristics, and we also talked about different business collateral to create and publish your online store. So I hope this information was helpful for you today so that you can make an informed decision about your store. And I also hope that you were able to really begin to picture seeing your products and pieces on par with some of the beautiful websites that you've probably come across while you've been online. So yeah, thank you for your time today. And I am sending you the best of luck as you bring your offline store online.